like that whole spiel, there was no sound to it. So I kind of feel like I need to redo it. Especially because like I added something to the intro thing and it made me laugh and nobody fucking heard it. So I feel like I need to fucking redo it. But hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Freedom. I'm Minx. I'm your scatterbrained host for the evening. Down there is a picture of Pookie.
Hey.
And yeah, hello. Oh my goodness. I knew. I always fuck up something, right? Always. There's always something. Hopefully that's like the only thing for tonight. We'll see. Right? Oh,
Well, if you ain't fucking up, you ain't learning.
right. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. But yeah, okay, so the thing that like I added that made me just fucking die laughing was this.
Cartman!
Oh my god. Pookie, Mom, I know you guys couldn't hear, but everyone else could hear. Finally. But it's Cartman, and he's like, Cartman! Oh my god. And it fucking makes me laugh every time. Especially when he goes like, how should I know? I'm retarded. Yes. Thanks, Cos, for sending me that.
Cartman!
Seriously, this is me today. Oh my god. All day. Oh. So, Pookie, how was your week?
I've just been busy trying to just messing around with shit,
Oh, yeah.
doing sound editing and shit like that, whatever. But it's whatevs.
I kind of feel like get jealous with you sound editing. I'm not gonna lie, I do get jealous with you doing that because I feel like you always skip out on my shows and our shows as well, and I'm like, well, where's our show love?
If I had more processing power, I'd be able to knock it out faster.
And I feel a little left out. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry.
And I'm kind of an attention whore. I don't know if you've noticed. But I do require some attention. I feel really bad for anyone who ever gets into a relationship with me because I will literally sit there and I will be like, hey, pay attention to me. And if they don't, then I get kind of crabby. So fair warning. Good luck, everybody.
You have been warned.
Yep. It's been a while. Who am I? I'm Minx. Hello, Bill.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. So that's all you've been doing? Is just sound stuff?
Playing games. I've been editing videos just here and there. I don't know. I've just been keeping myself busy because, it's been warm, so there's not really a lot of job prospects during the winter that I do. So I've just been pretty much stuck at the house.
What's warm for you right now?
Yesterday it was like 75 out.
Ooh. I was going to
So
say,
it was
yeah.
pretty warm.
It was almost 80 for me down here. It was amazing. What winter?
It was nice. It was nice.
Mm-hmm. And then today it was a little bit cooler, but it was still like I left to work in my hoodie and I was like, I don't need this. And then I did the smart thing and I removed my hoodie while I was driving because again, I'm,
Cartman!
That always freaks me out when people do that shit.
I'm fucking retarded. Oh no, Bill's from Oklahoma. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's all right. We forgive you, Bill. We forgive you. But dude, my week's been busy. I don't know if anyone saw my Minx page or like my Twitter page or whatnot, but I got bored today during surgery, or I should say waiting for my patient to even get into the room. So I was listening to our like classic rock station, and Bohemian Rhapsody came on, and you can't not jam out when that song comes on, right? Because if you just passively listen to Bohemian Rhapsody, I'm automatically thinking you're a fucking traitor and a communist. And probably and I'm thinking probably associated with ISIS as well at this point. So I go and I turn the music up almost to full blast. And I rock the fuck out. And nobody is there to witness this. And I'm all by my onesie rocking out. And I was like, well, someone has to witness this. So what do? I'm like, Twitterverse needs to see this. And so that's what I did. I'm like, hello, Twitter. Watch me make a complete fool of myself. Because I have no shame. And my dumbass, I know I'm not singing along because I know, like, I'm a very loud, like, obviously, like, I'm fucking loud talking, but, like, I'm also a loud singer. And I know that if I sing along, y'all would have heard me, right? And nobody wants that. Like, yeah, I did choir in school, but nobody wants that. And also, I don't know you like that, and I'm not going to sing in front of you. Two. So, like, I was just, like, lip syncing, right? But my dumb ass, like, I'm wearing a mask. So you can't even see me. Like, you can't even see my mouth, right? It's just nothing but, like, my big-ass fucking eyes. And they're, like, being super expressive because that's how they always are. But I'm fucking lip-syncing the entire video. I am. I know it, like, you can't see my mouth move, but I am. Yeah. Robert, I synced it.
The synced it.
Yeah, synced it. No shame plus cell phone equals funny as fuck. Yeah, no, it's true. I was like, yeah, fuck it. Whatever. I had a good day today. I worked with babies today again. No babies almost died today, so better than last week. Or better
No
than
surprise
earlier
adoptions.
this week. Yeah. I did not surprise adopt anybody yet. There was a potential contender. She was cute. But I had to give her back, so I was like, damn it. What else? Oh, I'm sorry I missed Tuesday, you guys. I was on call and so I found out I had a case after hours, literally, that was supposed to start an hour before showtime, and I was like, well, fuck me sideways, right? So I messaged Grey Cloud. I was like, I need you to cover, please. I was like, help, I need help. My real job's keeping me busy. Those bastards, don't they know I've got shit to do? How dare they? Don't they know better than to plan emergency surgery on nights that I broadcast? Who the fuck do they think they are? But apparently they're surgeons, so they can do whatever they want, which, fair enough, I guess. I don't know. But, I know I just kind of rambled on just then.
Yeah, it was tied up Tuesdays with Grey Cloud and myself, so yeah. It was kind of, yeah. We tied the nation up, ha 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 ha.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
I want to discuss that, by the way. I want to have a show about like different fetishes and like different like shit that people are into. And like I don't know, but I haven't figured out when to have it. And like I thought about that because one of our listeners, Pip, he sent me an audio clip that he did of a show that Cuffs and I had done. And there were just so many sexual innuendos. It was so bad. And I was talking about like deep throating bottles and shit. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, we were some raunchy bitches. But then I was thinking, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I kind of miss getting kind of like, dirty like that because I don't get like that with anybody else now. Because, Cuffs was my girl. And like, it was just so easy to talk to her about shit like that. So I don't know. You might be my new like girlfriend, Pookie. we're gonna have girl talk.
Ooh. I think I got a couple clips of you saying some raunchy shit floating around in my Dropbox. I have to pull them out.
Probably. You're not probably. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think it would just be I think it would be like an interesting show especially if I open up the phone lines. And, I keep it all anonymous, obviously. I wouldn't ask anybody when they call in, like, hey, who's this? I would just be like, hey, what's your, like, awkward fetish? Because, let's face it, everybody fucking has one, right? Everyone has one that they're, like, kind of ashamed to admit to. Because it makes you feel dirty. But I'm not sure if I should have it on like a Tied Up Tuesday show or like a Friday Night Freedom show.
Well, that's your choice.
Right? I am the one pushing buttons. So we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. How was your Valentine's Day? Did you spend it with any of your bitches?
Actually, no. I actually just chilled by myself.
Really?
It was whatever. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. It's just it's a Hallmark holiday. I don't really give a shit about it.
Yeah, I spent it with my roommate. I made her a steak dinner.
Ooh.
I know, right? I treat my bitches right.
I wish someone would have made me a steak dinner for Valentine's Day.
Sucks to suck, nerd. Maybe on March 14th, right? Steak and blowjob day.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Hold out hope, man. You got it. But no, and then my other roommate, my male roommate, he got me these flowers. So that was nice. I was not expecting that. He came home last night from the oil fields. And I came home from work and they were there and I was like, "Oh my god, pretty."
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm not big on flowers because you bring them home and they die.
Well, I like flowers. So so no one get Pookie flowers.
Yeah, just steak.
Just steak? Okay. Friggin'. Okay. So, speaking of Valentine's Day, I kind of want to get into what happened on Valentine's Day, but I don't know if I want to do it like right now. What do you think? Should we just get out?
Anytime's a good time or whatever.
Do what?
I said anytime is a good time.
Right? Fuck it. Okay, so the thing that happened on Valentine's Day, right? That shooting down in Florida. So Thursday the kid had his bail hearing, right? Which he was denied bond. So that's good. So he's not going to be able to walk, at least yet. Well, an article came out today that his lawyers are admitting that he did it. They're admitting guilt. Their only goal apparently is to keep him off of death row. So, legal team for this kid they're not contesting guilt. So apparently they're gonna completely bypass trial as far as like guilty, innocent, whatever. They're saying no, he's fucking guilty. We understand that, and they're gonna go straight to like sentencing. And Florida has a death penalty, so I'm thinking they're gonna try to keep this kid off of old Sparky. Does Florida still have the electric chair? I hope they do.
I'm not sure about
they
that.
They need to use it on him, though.
I don't know. If I was facing like multiple life sentences, I would probably prefer the chair over, spending the rest of my life rotting in a cell. But that's just me.
Right. Fucking, yeah, so his lawyers said he committed this crime. Everybody saw it. Everybody knows it. He's admitted to it. The crime is horrific and beyond words. This is going to come down to one issue. Does he live or does he die? Personally, I think he should die.
Yes.
I completely think he should die. My whole thing is this whole aftermath thing that started a whole other debate on, gun control and, oh my God, we have to get all the guns, blah, 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 blah. And oh my God, it's only February and we've had so many, X number of, school shootings this year. And it's like, what do you expect from fucking kids who eat laundry detergent?
Yeah.
Is this really that big of a surprise? Should this be that big of a surprise from again, children who go around bragging about the fact that they're eating laundry detergent when there's clear warnings not to eat it? Right? So there's that. Another thing that I kind of have a really big issue with is that is the fact that he slipped through the cracks.
Oh, with the FBI and everything?
Yes.
Oh, they were too focused on the Russian collusion to pay attention to shit like that.
No, but which is bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. This is the second, third time that the FBI has been tipped off months in advance of someone who was in the planning stages of committing a mass murder or mass shooting, and they did nothing about it. Why? And I think you hit the nail on the head in that they were so busy, they're so focused on trying to find something with President Trump that they're like, fuck, this kid, we can put this kid on the back burner. Just like what they did with these other people, like the Pulse nightclub guy and the couple from San Bernardino. They fucking sat on both of those guys and didn't do anything.
Didn't they do that with 9/11 too?
I think so, but I'm not sure. I'm not gonna, don't quote me on that because I don't fucking know.
I don't know either, but I'm just saying.
Either way, the fact that he was reported to the FBI 5 months ago and they didn't do anything about it is ridiculous. And the fact that he was reported to the FBI, but then was still able to go and purchase a weapon after being reported to the FBI, or didn't have his home searched for a weapon after being reported to the FBI is mind-boggling. You've got undeniable, you've got proof in this fucking comment that he made, which is a fucking threat against human life, which should always be taken seriously, of someone planning to commit like a mass shooting, mass murder, you should follow that up by either making sure that they do not get access to a weapon, or by making sure if they've already purchased a weapon, you go and you fucking get it. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm talking crazy, but and then
No, you're not talking crazy. It makes absolute sense.
you know, but then it gets tricky because then it turns into also, you know, a behavioral health issue, right? So he's got it's undeniable. Like, you know, he's got a number of behavioral health issues. Nobody's denying that. Oh, and this, I gotta come back to this in just a second. But so at what point though do we start reporting certain specific behavioral health diagnoses to the FBI to make sure that they are on a watch list for weapons, like as far as buying weapons? Like, who decides which diagnosis to look like fall under this list? And then 2, how do we make sure that doesn't fucking violate HIPAA? Because reporting it at all, technically, if you go by the book, violates HIPAA. Because it's not a need to know thing. Like, you know, like, something like, you know, my mental health records are not a need to know basis because, of course you fucking do.
Who what?
Doc strongly disagrees with me. Of course he does. And he has to shout it at me. But no, like, I don't think, I don't know, it gets tricky. And then, like, I was talking about it to one of my docs, and I was thinking, you know, kind of brainstorming, and I was like, you know, what about if we put, you know, armed security at schools and whatnot? And he was like, well, what does that say about our society if we have armed security guards everywhere? And I was like, I don't fucking know. And he's like, is that truly a free democracy if we have armed security everywhere? And I was like, I mean, I guess not. And I was like, well,
I mean, we already kind of technically do with the police everywhere. I mean, they're all armed.
Right. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Stop making me think. Shit.
I do have a bone to pick about the whole thing, though, and everyone's like going after the guns and everything. But Sandy Hook happened in what, 2012, right? And it was around that time, I think. This is 2018, and the schools still haven't beefed their security up. I mean, you don't even have to throw armed guards in there. You could throw, like, I mean, I know I worked in a data center. There's all types of physical security measures that you could put in place to keep people from accessing certain areas at certain times. And these schools aren't doing this.
But that's just it, though. Schools are being designed like prisons. If you look at like building plans of schools, especially high schools nowadays, and building designs like schematics for prisons, they're eerily similar. Like, they almost mirror one another. And so our schools and our prisons are actually, you know, like I just fucking said, they mirror each other. So it's almost uncanny how our schools are now being built and treated almost like prisons. As far as, you know, like one way in, one way out type of thing. All the hallways are completely, you know, enclosed and monitored and secured. And, you know, and it hasn't always been like that, you know? Like, it's only really happened within the last, like, what, 10, 15 years where schools have suddenly become targeted.
Well, I mean, if you're going to commit a mass shooting like that, and you have that in the back of your head, you're not going to go into the police station and start shooting it up.
No. Mm.
It's the whole soft target concept. I'm surprised this doesn't happen more in hospitals, but hospitals usually tend to have more security than schools do. So.
We don't though. We
Oh
don't.
yeah. You would know.
Oh my god, we don't.
I don't know. Like I know the hospital in my area, you can't go into sections without getting buzzed in and all types of things.
I mean, when it comes to that, yeah, but when it comes to like actual like security guards or whatever, or like no, like I think we have one for my hospital, and the strongest thing he's got to do really anything like to deter anybody is a taser.
That's just crazy.
I mean, like, I strongly would not recommend anybody to come to my hospital and, like, try to do anything because the majority of the people I work with carry into the hospital and have weapons on them in the hospital. Even though there's clearly signs that say do not bring your weapons into the hospital. But, you know, fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah, because that sign really prevents shit.
Yeah, it totally does, man. Totally does. Oh my god. But so yeah, so what's really crazy though is that the day after all of this happened here in Texas, there were like 5 arrests the day after at different schools. So at Weatherford High School, a female student was arrested for making threats on social media. So Weatherford ISD officials said that several students came forward to report alleged threats after a safety message was read during morning announcements. Quote, "We take threats very seriously, respond immediately, and will prosecute to the fullest extent possible within the law," Weatherford High School Principal Doug Funk said in the email. Funk also applauded the students who came forward with the information. The arrest was the 5th in North Texas on Thursday involving threats or bringing a firearm on campus. Arrests were made at Flower Mound Marcus High School, Plano West Senior High, and South Garland High School. A student at Nicholas Junior High in Arlington was also arrested for making threats. So the kid at Flower Mound Marcus High School was the one that brought a weapon to school. So a 16-year-old student was arrested for bringing a gun to school. The teen showed the gun to 2 female students on Thursday morning, and those students reported the teen to the on-campus school resource officer. He was immediately removed from the class, and officers searched him and found a small caliber handgun in his backpack. It was not loaded, but officers did find ammunition. The student does not have a disciplinary record with the school or any criminal history. In a letter addressed to parents, the school said administrators did not believe the student intended to harm anyone on campus. He is still in police custody and is facing felony charges for possessing a firearm in a prohibited place. Quote, "Because of yesterday's school tragedy in Florida, we understand there's a heightened sense of concern surrounding this type of situation. Please know, federal law prohibits us from sharing confidential student information, so we cannot speak directly to the consequences the student may face. I want to assure you, if appropriate, the student will face disciplinary action according to our student code of conduct." Both police and the school praised students for reporting what they saw. The police department said it has tip lines at both high schools flower mound at both high schools in Flower Mound so that students can report suspicious activity. Ugh, right? So this kid doesn't have any disciplinary, shit until now. Good job, you dumbass. Fucking,
You,
ugh.
you said something earlier and it just clicked in my head. You said this is the generation that'll eat Tide Pods, right?
Yeah.
So these people are so desperate to be noticed and liked on Twitter and Facebook
Yeah.
that they would go to the extreme of doing a mass shooting just to get their face all over the place. Do you think that's what the issue is? Why all this shit's happening now?
Ooh. Or bringing weapons to school.
Yeah, so my name gets blasted all over the interwebs. Oh, I'm famous now.
Right? Insta famous. My name's gonna be everywhere. Ooh.
So maybe this is just a product of the social media generation, pretty much.
Do you think it also might be an issue with lack of parental guidance and or discipline at home?
Yes, that whole. I mean, well, I was just talking this with my roommate earlier. One of her friends, apparently, her kids were acting up at the Dollar General right down the street, and she was cussing them out. Apparently, she got a call from CPS because she cussed her kids out. So it's getting to that point where like Big Brother's hovering over top of you all the time, and you can't keep your kids in line. I don't know. It's a discipline thing. I really do think it is, but I mean, our generation is different from the current generation, so.
Right. And then, okay, so something I saw today that kind of got me a little irked, but I could understand where it was coming from. So it was a friend of mine had shared it, and it was from a it looked like predominantly black Facebook page, and the caption of this picture was, "Get ready, y'all know it's coming." And it was a picture of the kid from Florida, and it had Peter Griffin's hand up, and he was holding a card, and it had 3 different shades of white on it, and it said mentally ill next to it, and then 3 different shades of brown, and it said terrorists next to those. And
I did see that.
And it kind of irked me for a little bit, but at the same time, I kind of could see the point. And I was like, all right, I can kind of see where it's coming from. However, in your opinion, what is the distinction between a terrorist attack and just labeling it as someone having a mentally ill?
See, the way I look at it is everything that happens like this should be automatically labeled as a terrorist attack right off the bat. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between foreign terrorism and domestic terrorism, but they all should be just automatically labeled as an act of terrorism. Because if you go online and look up the term terrorism, it says any act that pretty much will instill fear among the populace, pretty much. Yeah. I'm totally not quoting that properly, but that's pretty much where it goes with it.
Yeah. No, I fully agree. And I do think that this kid should be labeled a domestic terrorist, and he should be treated as such. And I fully agree that he needs to go on the death penalty, and I fully agree that it should be fucking expedited. I think Florida should take a page out of Texas's book and be like, more than 3 people saw you fucking do this, so you go to the front of the fucking line, big boy. Like, sucks to suck, dude, but I don't know what to tell you. Better luck
also,
next
I think
time.
they should be straight up, frying these people, right off the bat, as soon as they, right to a fair and speedy trial. They're not no sitting in jail for 10 years waiting on death row. It should be instant, pretty much.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, the reason why they had public executions back in the day was, hey, I'm not going to do that because that dude just got hung up by, by his neck. I ain't going to steal no horse now.
Right, yeah. Friggin' cause. How about antidepressants prescribed to kids? That must have an effect.
Yes. Yes.
I would say yes and no. I can only speak from my personal experience with antidepressants. Antidepressants only made me want to kill myself, not anyone else. But that's just me.
But those drugs do have an effect on the psyche of people.
Yeah. Oh, no, it does. They definitely do. That's why they're called psychotropic drugs. Casey, Mink, sorry, I'm just listening now. Death or life in prison, which would be better for him? I don't fucking care what's better for him. I don't fucking care. He fucking forfeited his right to fucking life when he took away 17 others. I don't fucking care what's in the best interest for him. I care what's in the best interest for the fucking families of his fucking victims. Fuck that dude. He can burn in hell for all I fucking care. No, I don't want him to go there because that's probably where I'm going to go. I hope he stays in purgatory. So.
I don't know. I do think he should fry, though.
Yeah. Fucking give him to old Sparky. You know, give him a long fall on a short rope. I don't know. Lethal injection, couple rounds to the fucking head. Give him the Clinton treatment. I don't know.
No, a firing squad's too much of an honor for some shithead like that.
If we let's think about this. He is 19. Life expectancy for a man nowadays is 80 to 90 to possibly 100 years old, which means we have to keep him alive for at least 80 more years. That means 80 years of taxpayer dollars keeping him alive. For what? Why? Why the fuck should we spend any money on him keeping him alive? What use is he to any sort of society? He's already proven he's not useful to any society. So let's just remove him from the fucking equation.
We could also start like that whole escape from LA and escape from New York thing and just make massive cities of these people.
No, you don't torture him because then you're stooping to his level, Casey.
No, I don't agree with that. Cruel and unusual punishment.
If you make it painful, then you're no better than our fucking enemies. You may as well go and pledge your allegiance to ISIS, who likes to burn their prisoners alive in cages or likes to drown them. We're better than that. Like, as much as we all, like, and it's quite clear, we all fucking feel the same way about him. We all fucking loathe his existence for what he fucking did. However, torturing him and giving him any sort of slow, painful death makes us no better than those fucking animals across the fucking ocean doing it to fucking POWs and doing it to the fucking Kurds and doing it to the fucking what's the group of people that starts with the Y? The DZ, right?
Yeah, the Christians over there.
Yeah. Makes us no better than fucking ISIS. Because that's what those fucking animals do. So I agree. As much fun as it would be to drag out his death and make it as slow and as painful as possible, we're fucking better than that. So we fry him up with old Sparky and we call it a day.
Doc, I'm down with the guillotine.
Doc, he's pled guilty. His lawyers have said he's guilty. They are not going to trial to see if he is guilty or innocent. They're going straight to sentencing. All they're going to trial for is to see if he goes to life in prison or death penalty. Fuck his due process.
Yep, that's all down to the jury too.
I think they waived his right to a jury. I think they're going straight with the judge.
Oh shit, really?
Because they said
because I thought anything that dealt with capital punishment automatically needed a jury.
It said it's down to one man.
Oh, okay, that works. I mean, if the police would have got a hold of him while he had a gun in his hand, he wouldn't be kicking it right now anyway, so.
Right. So.
I just hate how it got so politicized so fast.
Oh yeah.
Because as soon as it happened, I'm on the twatter now, and I noticed that it just went like super ape shit like right off the bat.
Oh yeah. Fucking bodies weren't even fucking cold. Had no idea what was even happening. All we knew is that there were possibly shots fired. Gun control.
Yep.
And somehow this is President Trump's fault. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somehow it's his fault. I don't fucking see how, considering, it was reported to the FBI, who should have been doing their fucking job, but instead they were colluding within themselves to try to frame Trump for something that did not happen. But, whatever.
Yeah. That's what I was saying earlier today. I got in an argument with someone that says, the FBI is sitting there doing all this Russian collusion, and they're doing their own self-investigations right now. And
yep.
It's just ridiculous. They're not doing their job, what they're supposed to be doing, and they're not keeping people safe.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. Oh my goodness. Ellis, I'm drinking some whiskey tonight. What are you drinking? I'm drinking Jameson and ginger ale.
Ooh. You on the heavy stuff.
I mean, I guess. It's Jameson. It's fucking delicious. Freaking, ooh. So, Tom Hanks is looking for veterans.
I seen that.
True story, y'all. He is looking for, oh, sorry, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Whew.
Purple elephant.
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck me. So yeah, Tom Hanks is writing, producing, and starring in a movie called The Good Shepherd, which is going to be a World War II naval flick. Greyhound. It's called Greyhound. Just kidding. But it's, so they're looking for, they're looking for men between the ages of 18 and 49 to apply. Actors must be willing to be clean-shaven and need to have a 1940s Navy crewman-style haircut. The deadline to apply is Sunday, February 18th. Shooting takes place between mid-February and early April in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Say what you will about pretending to be a 1940s era sailor, their fictional duty stations are a hell of a lot better than our real ones. And check this, just like being a real life service member, playing one on the set of Greyhound also comes with some pay.
I would sign up, but I gotta shave my beard. Nope.
Yeah, and your hair.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. But I like how the article was written. Ever catch yourself abruptly pulled out of a war movie? The squad's cut off, outnumbered, outflanked, and ready to make their last stand. As the cameras pan slowly past all those beautiful and heroic Hollywood faces, you catch a glimpse of some random GI in the background. His unit patch is upside down, finger on the trigger, and is leaning on his rifle with the muzzle in the mud like an old man's walking stick. Heroic moment ruined. All because an extra never got a safety brief. Fortunately, with most problems in life, Tom Hanks has a solution. He's looking for extras to play Navy crewmen in his upcoming World War II naval flick, Greyhound, specifically those with military backgrounds. So if you guys want to get in on this, you can apply. Where did I get that article from? I got the article from Task and Purpose. So you can search task and purpose for the article. And they've got the link to apply. And the deadline to apply is this Sunday, the 18th. And filming is going to be done in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So hopefully you guys get it. That'd be fucking awesome.
Always wanted to apply for Vikings when they always throw down like, hey, we need bearded people to be on Vikings.
Right. Ellis, where is this at? I can get a haircut. Right? Hell yeah. Friggin', we have a guest tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. True story. So, tonight's guest is is Vinny. Obviously, you guys can see it there. Vinny Stefanelli from Music for Veterans. So, playing a musical instrument just 30 minutes a day is enough to create a dramatic improvement in a person's life. And Music for Veterans offers a fun yet effective approach to addressing veteran service related issues and attaining some peace in their lives. So we are going to talk with Vinny here very, very shortly. But first, we're going to go on a quick break. So I hope everybody has your drinks lined up. Get ready for some awesome fucking music.
Cartman!
Because it's going to be fucking awesome. And,
yes.
And I got new music, so.
Oh, really?
It's a little bit. It's got a little bit of a country.
Oh,
See you
yeah?
guys in a little bit, you guys.
Spent my life in the mountains of East Tennessee. Days on the farm, it just comes naturally. Daylight to dark is not for the typical man. Just a backwoods country boy, proud of who I am. Proud of who I am. Proud of who I am. Well, this is my rifle, this is my gun. Let's get 'em, boys, come on and get you some. Let's get you some. And I'll fire all my rounds down range till the enemy hits the sand. Yes, sir, I knew exactly what I was doing when I swore to Uncle Sam. Just some good old boys and me, some lady, some night. Well, the price of freedom, son, it don't come free. I guess that's why the good Lord chose me. This here's my rifle, this here's my gun. Let's get 'em, boys, come on, and get you some. Let's get you some. And I'll fire all my rounds downrange till the enemy hits the sand. Yes, sir, I knew exactly what I was doing when I swore to Uncle Sam. If you don't like the way I'm living, just remember that it's for you. I'm a redneck camel wearing son of a gun. I'm a redneck camel wearing son of a gun for the red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. We do it for you, 'cause that's what we do.
Broadcasting live from the basement of a Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Oh my goodness! Hello, everybody. We are back, and we have Vinny. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Been looking forward to us talking.
Oh my goodness. Right. And you are joined by somebody, good sir. You are joined by Al, correct?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. That's me.
Hello.
Oh, all right.
All right, so Vinny, you are from Music for Veterans. Now, what exactly is that organization about?
Well, let me see. There's a simple question, then there's a long involved one. We'll start with a simple answer, I'd say. The answer is we are an organization where we get a bunch of veterans together to play music.
Okay.
And that's the simple answer. But if I was to call up a bunch of veterans and say, hey, let's get together and have some coffee and talk, they'd say, shit, I don't want to be bothered with that. But I found that if you call them up and say, hey, let's get together and play some music, they get together. And it was put together with the idea that it's music for me was always a way of finding some peace. I grew up in a crazy family at a very young age. When the parents were going crazy and running around trying to kill each other, I'd go in my room, pick up my guitar, and the world would go away.
Yeah.
And I thought, wouldn't that be cool for to get a group of guys together and gals together and veterans and sit around just play some music and let the world go away.
That's awesome. So, like, what kind of music do you guys play? Or, like, what kind of instruments or ensembles, should I say, do you guys have?
Well, we sort of evolved into a pretty good band, actually. There's a hell of a mix. There's a mix of ages. We have people who are in their early 30s, and we have people who are in their late 70s. And so the music gets sort of a mix in between there. And some of the stuff we do is sort of on the rock side. Some of the stuff we do is on the sort of a folk side. We got a lot of Vietnam veterans, so we do a lot of the songs from the 70s. songs that these guys remembered when they were in the service, when they're in Vietnam. And so it's a good mixture. It's interesting and fun.
That's awesome. Like, is it mostly like stringed instruments or like brass instruments?
Well,
Like,
we started out with just guitars because there's a bunch of guys got together. They had guitars, and guitars are easy to get. So our program is about making it easy for a veteran to come into the program. So if they don't have an instrument, we get an instrument for them. If they don't know how to play, we teach them how to play. And so we started off with guitars because they're easy and inexpensive. But now we've got a horn player. Trumpet, that is. We've got a guy who plays harmonica. We've got a bunch of guitarists. I mean, there's so many damn strings in that group. It's amazing. And we've got a keyboard player who is a Navy guy. He played in the Navy band for a number of years. So it's really well mixed.
friggin', I know someone who plays the trombone.
Oh, nice.
If you need another horn.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. And so our horn player is sort of funny. I met him on the street one day. He had his case out. He was standing on a corner across from Starbucks, and I thought, oh, this guy looks pretty interesting, and he was playing pretty decently. And I walk over and I introduce myself and dropped a buck in his case there. And after he was finished playing, I started talking, and I found out that he was a veteran. And I said, hey. My name's Vinny. What's yours? He goes, my name is Red. He says, I'm the world's best trumpet player. Self-proclaimed. Self-proclaimed. And I said,
That's awesome.
so he is now playing with us, and he's a wild guy, and he's improved incredibly. When he first came to play with us, couldn't keep in pitch at all.
Oh.
And now I got to say he sounds great. He's been there with us for about 2 years.
That's awesome. So how did you guys get started?
Well, yeah. I'm sitting next to Al, and Al is an Iraq vet, and he's in his early 30s. I'm actually in my early 60s. And when I grew up, when I was 15 years old, I was watching the Vietnam War on television. Back then, they actually showed the wars, and I would sit there at 16 and go, what the hell is this? I just couldn't understand. And then my cousins, I had 6 cousins went off to Vietnam, and 3 came back relatively unscathed. One came back and disappeared. One came back and just drank himself to death. I started seeing my cousins falling apart like this, and I said, what the hell's going on? And for years, I just sort of let it sit, and I would listen to them talk a bit. And about 7 or 8 years ago, I thought, I would really like to help out vets in whatever situation they might have. Music was always a good thing for me. It always pulled me through hard times. And so I went to the local vet center, and I met the guy who was the lead there. And I said, hey, can I stop by and give some music lessons to people? And he said, oh, hell yeah, let me check and see if I can find anybody.
Yeah.
So I didn't hear anything from him for about 2 weeks, and I thought, well, he's probably not going to call. And about a day later, he calls and says, hey, I have some people who are interested in getting together. So I said, oh, hell yeah, this is great. So I walked into a room of about 10 people, and it was the most diverse room of people I've ever seen. There was a couple of young people who had just recently come back. There was a bunch of Vietnam vets. There was 2 Korean War vets, and then there was a woman who was about 89 or 90 years old, and she was a photographer during the Second World War.
Oh, wow.
And the last guy who is just passed away a couple of years ago was a Second World War vet, prisoner of war for 3 years in a Japanese prison camp.
Ooh.
So I went in there not knowing what I was going to do, except I was going to teach him music. And because I've been playing music all my life, I know how to do things simply. So I went in there and I taught him 3 chords right off. We had mostly guitars then. And with those 3 chords, I figured we could probably learn about 30 songs. And I promised them, foolishly, because I didn't know what I was doing, but I said, look, in 3 weeks, I swear you will be playing songs. And in about 3 weeks, we were playing about 3 songs.
That's
And
awesome.
we sounded friggin' terrible. But
But damn
when
it,
we
you were
got
playing
finished-
songs.
Yeah, that's right. But when we got finished playing those songs, I looked around and there was smiles everywhere, and I thought, okay, I'm starting to accomplish my goal here, and it's really grown from there.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Can I ask what those 3 chords were?
C, F, and G seventh, buddy. You play?
I got you. I used to. I can't anymore.
Well, you need to come and join us.
I was going to say, one of them had better have been C. Like, that's the go-to chord. Like, come on now.
That's right.
Freaking, I played clarinet in school.
Oh, clarinet's a tough instrument, but it's a great instrument.
I loved it. I had a terrible band teacher in middle school that just killed it for me. But I really did. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Nice.
And like going back, I'm like, God, I wish I had kept up with it.
Yeah.
But-
Well, it's never too late, girl.
I know, right?
Nice. But it is a tough instrument. But the nice thing about horns is you actually, you sort of, without sounding strange, you really sort of tune in and become one with the instrument. You're blowing into the instrument, and that really helps out. It's physically really good for your brain and your body, too. A lot of air. You get a little buzz from playing clarinet and sax.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's hyperventilation. That's what it is.
Oh, that's all right. It's a buzz.
Right?
cheap
I
ones,
mean,
too.
yeah, it's a little bit of both. Your lower lip definitely goes numb
that's-
from the reed vibrating off of it. You're like, this is a weird feeling. If you're not careful, all the spit runs onto your foot.
Yeah, it gets a little weird. Yes. drooling.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah. Right. And it can be a little strange at times because especially if it's a new reed, you got to sit there and like kind of gnaw on it a little bit. Got to get it moist enough to where it works.
That's right.
Oh God, yeah, oh yeah. Breaking in a new reed was always fun.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
Got to get some extra spit on this.
Young.
I'm not part of this conversation, man.
Watch it, I'm an old man.
Oh man.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't speak English. I don't speak English. Sorry. I'm just gonna stay quiet, man.
Yeah.
What did you bring me on for?
So sorry.
Come do this radio show. It'll be fun.
I'm liking the
Not
way it's
even
going.
10 minutes into it, talking about something about blowing it. What?
That's a sax. It's a
No, I got
clarinet.
it. Okay.
Right, yeah. You're talking
So,
about blowing and getting things moist and spit.
No, I
Yes, you made
I
your
like the way you repeat it, just in case.
You made your point the first time, but the second time was just as much fun. Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
For you, not. I mean,
All right.
I'm not
This is
saying
why
it's.
I'm
I'm just
here.
saying. I'm not a. I don't know if that's a.
But we
Is that a
digress.
curve?
Well, we
Yeah, I
digress.
don't know.
She
Mhm.
digressed nicely. So
Now that all the horn instruments out of the way, let's,
that's right.
Yeah, let's get down to business.
Down to business. So we've sort of gone through a bunch of changes. We've grown through the growing pains, I should say. But we've actually sort of we established a website, and so we get phone calls from. Oh hell, I get phone calls from everybody. In fact, I was on a Skype call with a guy from London who was in the UK Army. He was in Iraq or Afghanistan, I think, and he was a musician. And he saw us online, and he sent me an email and says, "Hey, let's talk." And he's an amazing musician, and he has a network of musicians around the country and around the world. And so I start seeing this. Again, forgive me. I'm a non-vet, so there's some things that I'm still learning even after 7 years. Although I've learned, I think, through osmosis, and I've learned sort of as an an honorary, well, sort of an honorary veteran. They accept me, which they didn't do at first. It was a difficult situation walking into that room because I saw a bunch of people there. They saw me as a civilian.
Yeah.
And so it was tough getting by at first, and I didn't get the jokes. The Marine talking to the Air Force guy, talking to the Army guy. I didn't get the jokes. Eventually, I did catch on, but it was tough. And still to this day, it's tough. I'm sitting next to Al here, and Al had a whole experience through Iraq that he can tell me about, and I can understand it. No, I can hear him and I can listen, but I can't understand it. And that's what I found with a lot of these people. So I go in and I say, look, I tell you right off, I'm not a veteran, but I understand music. I love music, and my gift to you for your service is my music. And if I can help you in any way learn music so you have it in your life, not only for those moments when you, I don't know, wake up in the middle of the night and you just can't go back to sleep and you can play your instrument, your guitar, as well as something that you can have, that you can give to your grandchildren. Sit there and play with your grandchildren, play music with your grandchildren. And so that's the gift I give. And for that reason, I'm accepted by veterans pretty much across the board. And it's a nice feeling. We go out and we play out. Last year, we played 30 events. We played at VFW's American Legions. We played at some fundraisers for different organizations. We did a bunch of things. And it was sort of funny because a couple of the guys are, like I said, they're Vietnam vets. They're in their late 60s, early 70s. And I felt like I was working them pretty hard because I'm used to playing out, as many times as I can. So at the end of the year, I said, we did 30 gigs. Maybe we'll cut it back again a bit. And he goes, hell no. He says, I enjoy this. And so it gets them out. Some of them don't like to go out. And so it's a reason for them to go out and have fun.
Yeah.
And I've heard from kids, their kids. I've heard from their spouses, their husbands, or their wives, how much they enjoy it and how much it's changed their life. And when times get tough, and I think to myself, oh man, I running the organization is a tough thing to do. When things get tough like that, it's sort of one of those weird things where someone will come up to me and say, hey, I really appreciate what you're doing here for the veterans. Or one of the vets comes up that's in a program and says, I love this program. I love playing music. And so it's fun. It's heartwarming. It's good for my soul and my ego.
Well, I mean, like music really is, like a universal language. Going back to what you said, where,
yep.
There was kind of almost like a communication barrier between yourself and veterans when you first started. Yep. And music, it really is such a universal language. You don't even really need to be able to speak, really the same language to be able to understand and appreciate music with
That's
somebody.
Right.
And and I completely agree with some of these Facebook comments. Is that music is an amazing form of therapy. That's why it's used in therapy, and you are doing an amazing job at helping veterans just by doing this. And yeah, we've. A lot of us are assholes and we've got this whole hard exterior, but once you get through there, we're just a bunch of softies.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's right. Yeah. So what's happened is that through the internet we talk with a lot of different people, and one of the goals, the ultimate goal is for me to make sure that people are reaching music and what I didn't know when I first started this was the camaraderie. And I know that you get a bunch of vets together and they have sort of their own language, but I never realized that in between the songs that we play, we sit and we bullshit a bit, and I hear discussions that are astounding to me. These people are opening up probably like they may not open up to their spouses. I'm not sure. I'm guessing that. But they open up to each other. So that was a whole different aspect that I never even thought about when I put the organization together. I thought, okay, we're going to come together. We're going to play music. Music's healing. It's going to be cool. And then all of a sudden I start sitting back and seeing the conversations going on. And then the next week somebody would come in and say, John and I got together and played over the weekend. It was like, well, all right, there's friendships being formed too. And there's so much more to it.
Yeah.
So that was something that was totally unexpected from me, but it was a great thing to find.
That's awesome. And I can totally see that because, you're making a comfortable environment to where these veterans are feeling comfortable enough to actually let their guard down, to where they're comfortable enough to talk about what they've gone through. And it's easier for us to talk about what we've gone through to those who have also had similar experiences. So a lot of the stories that we tell each other, we probably haven't told, spouses or our civilian friends or our family who haven't served because they just wouldn't understand. And sometimes it can get frustrating trying to explain things to someone who doesn't fully understand what we have, like what we're saying. And so you're honestly, you're having almost like a musical therapy session.
Right. Now, I avoid that word therapy because there's a university around town here that they like what we're doing also, but they're weird about the word therapy. So one of the things that I do is I sort of avoid that word because I'm not even a college graduate. I played music for 50 years. I can say that I'm an expert musician, but I'm not a schooled therapist. So there's a couple things that I do. I always say, look, the reason why we're getting together is just to play some music, to hang out together, to chill out, to be able to enjoy ourselves. And the second thing that I do is there's no requirements.
Yeah.
I did start checking DD 214s because we had one guy who had the audacity to say that he was a veteran. When I found out, I didn't tell anybody in the group because I didn't want anyone getting as pissed off as I was about it. But that's the only thing that we do is we look for the DD 214, and we don't do any type of requirements. The VA knows nothing about what we do, although they like our program. They're always sending people to our program, but they're not involved in it. The Vet Center is not involved, although the Vet Center does send people to our program because they like it. But that's the other thing that makes a veteran feel safe is they don't have to go and get their information and fill out papers and go through all the bullshit they might have to do for other organizations.
That's awesome. Pookie.
Yes, ma'am.
Pookie.
I've been talking their ear off. It's your turn.
Yeah, but don't
what's that?
But don't talk about clarinet reeds, okay?
No clarinet reeds. All right, we'll talk about I guess trombone slides or something like that. Do you have like guys who have like for instance me, my hands, like I used to play bass forever and a day. My hands now like kind of mauled up. But do you like help guys with like disabilities learn to play instruments, like kind of similar to my situation?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We had the first room that I walked into, the first day I walked into, there was a guy who was a Vietnam vet, and he had half his hand gone. And I looked at it, and the only thing I could think of was a guy by the name of Django, who lived in the 30s, 40s. He is a guitarist in Europe. And he had, as a young kid, burnt his hand and it fused his fingers together. And he only had 2 fingers on his left hand. And he played guitar like a monster, like a freaking monster. So I mentioned that to the guy. I says, look, I'm going to get some music for you. I want you to check out the music. And within just days, he was working at playing guitar. Now, we have other guys who can't use their arms at all. And so we'll look and say, what can you play? So we have a guy who plays harmonica because it's the only thing he can play. Whatever physical capabilities that you have or don't have, we work with that. So
that's legit. I mean, that's legit because like I'm like suffering right now because I started playing bass and I swung into guitar pretty much, and now my hands all like derpy. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. Harmonica, man, or anything that you can. And do you sing?
Oh, definitely no.
That's a funny thing. I started playing music when I was 7 years old. I was playing professionally by 15. I didn't start singing until I started this music group, this veterans music group, because I never really had to sing. I never was in a position. But when I went in there, they looked at me like, okay, what are we going to do? I said, well, let's sing something. And all of a sudden, I started singing. So the last 7 years, I've been singing. I got to tell you, there's nothing more therapeutic than singing. You sort of get everything out. Scream a couple times, singing the blues.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes, the blues. Oh my God.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So yeah, Pookie, find something, because if you got music in your heart, you got to get it out, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to learn to play piano, but piano is really finger like dexterity, and it didn't really help out with me. So I mean, I'll figure something out one day.
You'll find it. Yeah.
Maybe drums, that will work.
Al here is a drummer, and
I'm not very good, man.
Well, but you play. Plays.
But you play.
Beat around the drum until it makes a beat.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. That's how Phil Collins
but with the
started.
artificial leg, you still play.
Yeah, way to give my business out there, man.
Jeez. Sorry.
Artificial, what? You could just say it's a prosthetic leg, man.
Prosthetic leg. He still plays.
Yeah, not the double bass, but...
I do. Oh, my God. Okay, so Kaz had to bring up a good point. I do enjoy singing Freddie Mercury.
Oh, yeah.
No, seriously. I may have, like... Okay, so one, anytime Bohemian Rhapsody comes on, I have to belt out, right? and I don't care if people are around or not.
Yeah.
No shame.
I saw you the other day driving down the road then.
Oh yeah, that was me. Or Queen's Somebody to Love.
Somebody, yeah.
If that song comes on, I'm belting.
The Rhapsody reminds me of Wayne's World.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, no. And if you don't do the headbang,
yeah,
you're a dirty terrorist.
That's right.
Mine's Ronnie James Dio. I got to sing it, and I can't stop from doing
it. There you go. You are a singer. There you go. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, cats screaming in the middle of the night sound better than me, but whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Just you have to freaking belt it out.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that I started when I said I would walk into the room. I says, okay, so as I close the door here, let's do one thing. Let's, instead of saying a prayer, let's just give up our judgments. If we sound shitty, we sound shitty. We don't care. And we're not going to judge ourselves or anybody else in the room. And when you do that, it's sort of everyone's able to drop their guard and make mistakes. And it's all about that. It's all about exploration, making mistakes and such.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, so like I said, I did clarinet in middle school, but high school I did choir. But the only time I'll sing in front of people is if it's Queen or Journey.
Yeah.
Sing away.
Sing away, girl.
You can't say you did choir without at least giving everybody
Ave Maria. Let's hear a little bit of Ave Maria.
There you go. Something.
No.
I'll do it with you.
No, I do know that my range, though, I can go from second soprano to first tenor. So.
Oh, nice.
Look at me go.
All about that bass.
Right, I can't go that low.
So let's get a band together.
Right? Okay.
I'll have to learn those songs, though.
What should the name be?
Yeah, there you go. What's the name?
What's the name going to be?
I don't know.
Minx.
Wait,
that right there.
Clarinet and strings.
Clarinet and strings.
Clarinet and strings. No.
The wet reed.
Right.
I like that one.
You get an audience
That was a good
for
one.
sure.
let me spit on that reed.
That's like a bar. Hear the wet reed and hear the wet reeds.
No, see the wet reeds.
See this?
Oh my god. So where are you guys actually located at? Like, where can people go to like meet up with you guys?
Well, that's a good story, and it's going to segue into my partnership with Al. We have found, as I mentioned, that I'm talking with people across the country.
Mm-hmm.
Veterans call me all the time for whatever reason, usually just for some interest in music, and so recently I met Al, and Al had made a trip across country in an RV.
So yeah. So I didn't just make a trip across.
Well, I was going to get to that, but you go ahead.
No, that's all right, man. I stole an RV and just.
And they're still looking for that.
And they're still looking for it. It's parked somewhere. No.
Wait, no,
so yeah,
no. You tactfully acquired an RV.
Yes, fully acquired an
Yes.
RV. Yeah. So
He's borrowing it.
It's
Yes.
all about the phrasing.
So I like Vinny said, him and I actually met about a year and a half ago. It was a group of a bunch of nonprofits got together and just met up, I guess.
To serve nonprofits to serve veterans.
Yeah. So I have a nonprofit organization. It's called SetVet, CETVET. I started it. Well, I filed the paperwork about 3 years ago. It's been operational for about a year and a half now, and I started it in the hopes of eliminating the preconceived notions about PTSD and TBI in veterans. I think a lot of people have misconceptions about PTSD and TBI, and they think that it's one thing when really it's not. And the reason I wanted to do that is, so I have an 8-year-old daughter, and I raised her for about 2 years of her life, by myself. Her mom was in and out of rehab, which was okay. And I had custody and everything. I'd never been arrested, never did anything wrong. So I was shocked when everything kind of came crumbling down. Just the fact that me being a veteran and me serving, and I mean that, that was the only thing that kind of turned my life upside down. And I mean, it left me homeless and all that. So I did reach out when I was, homeless, and I mean, I was confused. I didn't know what was going on, and everybody kind of turned their backs on me. There was, I would hear all these things out there about everybody's helping out these veterans and all these other things, and I never asked for anything, and I never really bothered with those kinds of things. So it took a lot for me to kind of ask, and when I did, and I got shut down, I said, there's a problem here, and there's something wrong here, and I don't know why this is happening. So I wanted to change it, and I wanted to change it and not let any other veteran to go through that. A little bit about me, I'm like Vinny said, I did serve overseas. I lost my leg. We got ambushed about a week left of my tour in 2006, and we got ambushed. I lost my leg, and a good friend of mine, he was sitting in front of me, and so I understand that a lot of veterans kind of go through a lot of different things, and for them to kind of come back and be faced with these kinds of difficulties, it's for me. I felt the need to do something. I sat around a lot and kind of thought to myself. I said, well, I thought my purpose was to be a soldier, and I mean, that I'm not saying it didn't work out. It just, it didn't go exactly how I hoped it to be. And then I said, okay, well, my purpose maybe is to be a parent and to raise his kid, and I did. And then that was kind of taken away. And now I feel like, my purpose is to kind of give back to the veteran community. And that's one thing that's very near and dear to my heart.
Which is a mutual goal of ours.
Absolutely. So when I met Vinny, to kind of bring it back to this whole RV thing, I wanted to do something differently. I didn't want to start a nonprofit organization just to be like every other nonprofit veteran organization out there. I wanted it to be different. I wanted it to stand out. So I wanted it with the goal of kind of being more proactive in the veteran community. And I mean that not like, a veteran's going through a hard time or something. Okay, let's see what went wrong here. No, I'm more about preventing those kinds of things, and then educating people. I think that's a big thing right there too. I mean, it's a lot of people have this. I mean, if I ask like 10 random people about what they think PTSD is, and I guarantee you probably 8 of them would say something that's
Not right.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said no. Like a
They would.
yeah.
They would know.
Well, no, it's not they would know. I think they would say something that they would probably either hear somebody else that would said or something. So I've always said this. I said every veteran has a name and a face, and they should not be defined by their service. They should be defined, who they are. And for anybody to use, especially in a negative way, to use somebody's service in a negative way, that's just wrong. And I wish I could tell you I'm being hyperbolic or anything like that, but I'm not. I mean, that's what's going on. So so I had this idea to kind of go across country and find veterans in an RV and kind of reach out to them and either help them out or at the very least let them know that they're not alone. At least somebody out there is going through the same thing they're going through, and that or similar things, and that someone's out there, at least fighting for them, and it's not forgetting them.
And at the same time, let me interject that I was looking for a way to expand the Music for Veterans program and to reach more people outside of our area. So it was one of those sort of synchronistic things that the two of us realized that we were both aiming at the same thing.
Well, he's putting it in a nicer way, but really, to be honest with you, last year I did this 30-day thing where I went from Erie to Sacramento, California, and I met veterans along the way and helped them out. And when I came back, so me taking that 30-day long trip, it was, I think, the best time I've had since I was in the service. And about 4 months ago, I had this epiphany, or whatever you want to call it. I said, I need to go on the road again, and to kind of find myself but at the same time reach out to veterans and be there for them, to kind of be on the road. So when I linked up with Vinny, Vinny said, you and I kind of share the same things, and we want to, we have the same goals as far as helping veterans out and all that stuff. So why don't we join forces? And I thought that was a great idea for us to kind of come together. And what a great way to have, music to kind of help veterans out, or set vet,
whatever they might need.
Yeah, set vet to help them out if they. So I mean, I've helped veterans out in the past, paying for their I think dog operation, paying for their rent, paying for their mortgage, whatever it was that they need to kind of help them out. But I say that with caution, because a lot of times people think that's what veterans need. They think, just pump money into veterans or veterans care or whatever it is, and it's going to make them better. And I've always said,
it doesn't hurt, but it does make it better.
No, I've always said, we need to talk about like alcohol abuse in veteran community. We need to talk about drug abuse in the veteran community. We need to talk about all these things, because if we don't,
loneliness in the veteran community.
If we don't, then we're not going to be making the right change for the better, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm wording that right, but my motto is to improve the quality of life for military veterans and their families. I can't make it any simpler than that. And that's really what my goal is. And that's what our goal is, I think. So I'm looking forward to this trip for me to, my friends and everybody thinks I'm losing my mind. I told them, I said,
they may be right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I've sold most of my stuff. So I'm just,
And this is a perfect example of this is how it's going to work together for us. Is I got a phone call from a guy in Nashville. He is an Iraq vet. He works with an organization, both a VFW as well as an organization called Iraqi Vets of America. And he said, I really like the music program that you guys are doing. I'd like to do one here in Nashville. And so I said, oh, fantastic. So I'd like to be able to coordinate this. Well, we are going to coordinate it with L going across country. He's going to stop in Nashville. We'll have an event there where we'll talk about music for veterans. It'll be an outreach where we'll meet a lot of veterans, be able to talk with them, see some of the issues. We'll videotape things. To us, it's like wide open, opening up the world to communication with veterans.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause, 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 'cause
awkward silence.
No,
Are you
no,
thinking
not
about?
at
Are you thinking
all.
about me? Are you thinking that I'm losing my mind too? Is that what it is?
Better call.
Oh, this guy.
Better call. Al's losing
Yeah.
it, and Vinny must be nuts because he's talking to him.
What was that? What was that crisis number again?
Somebody
my
got the crisis
God.
number.
Yeah. Let's call
Sorry,
that number.
guys. We digress.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Like I thought you guys were gonna keep going, so I was like, all right, letting you guys speak.
Oh, we could go on all night, but
This is your show.
This is your show. It's not the Al and Vin show.
No.
You guys are entertaining as
join
fuck, though.
What's that?
You guys you guys kind of bicker almost like an old married couple.
No, this guy's like my dad, man. He really is.
That was
He
great.
hates it. He hates it when I say that.
I hate
but-
that when he says
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because I
Because he
think,
looks like my grandpa, but
well, I actually look younger than he does. But hey, that's all right.
yeah.
He went through a hell of a lot more than I have.
Jesus. Wait a
Is
Sorry.
that just saying because he doesn't have a leg? Like that's a low blow, man.
I know, right? Like, I mean, I've already told him, like, hey, man, I thought I can get my shoes like half off or something, but you know.
Right?
just
Because
so
you
he doesn't-
only need
just so
to
he
buy one.
What?
Right? I said because you only need to buy one. Like you don't need both of
Yeah.
them.
I know. That's what I said to the guy at Foot Locker, and he goes, no, dude, you gotta have to get both of them. I was like, come on, man.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing about non-veterans. They don't know. That's the other thing. Okay, so here's one of the goals is getting veterans together to play music. Another goal.
Wait, if I may say something.
No, you can't.
No. I hate when somebody says non-veterans and veterans because that's like trying to separate something. Non-veterans, in my eyes, non-veterans and veterans are human beings. It's just, I think people need to start seeing it for that. Instead of saying, hey, there's non-veterans and there's veterans. I think that brings a lot more, personally speaking, I think that brings a lot more confusion to people who was like, well, I want to help and I want to do something, but maybe I just don't understand it. Well, no, you do understand it. It's just, I think maybe somebody's just not, I'm not saying in this, I'm just saying maybe somebody's just not explaining it right or something.
Okay, well, it could be.
I'm not saying you, I'm just
Okay,
saying like.
let me just finish my point.
Yeah.
The
I still
point-
love you though. man.
Okay,
All right.
thanks. So here's
Good.
the
I
point.
need popcorn.
Here's the point I was going to try to make before Al just interrupted me.
Yeah.
Is that
Rudely interrupted.
rudely?
Yeah.
So veterans need to communicate with veterans, but really importantly, the non-veteran. Sorry for the use of that word. The non-veteran needs to understand. They're not going to fully understand the veteran's experience, but they need to at least open up their ears and listen to what the veteran's fucking saying. Because if they don't, they just see a person who, with certain preconceptions of that person.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be great if a veteran, and I do have to say that as much as non-veterans don't understand and sometimes don't want to understand because it's painful, it's also on the veterans. They have to open up to a non-veteran and say, okay, yeah, I'm pissed. Or whatever they want to say, they have to be able to verbalize it.
Well,
So it's another goal.
I can simplify, and if I may, and I'm not trying to talk. I'm talking to
may.
everybody.
Go ahead.
Somebody says to me, they go, why don't you share this? Why don't you do that? And I said, well, it's harder than that. And the best way I can describe it, and this is like, since I mean, it's not really an accident that happened. It was a deliberate attack. But
Right.
since I lost my leg, or since the ambush, whatever you want to call it, I've noticed that. So if I want to share something, I feel like all my experiences and everything, like, if you can imagine like a marble ball or something, and then like me opening that up and then giving somebody a marble, I feel like I wouldn't get that back. Of all the bad, horrible things that, happen, whatever you want to call it, I want to forget those things, but I don't want to forget those things because.
Well, it's part of your experience. Your life.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah.
So that right there is confusing. But at the same time, it's like, well, what do I say to this person? How do I say to this person? Just like you think veterans are, can't relate to the other veterans. Veterans are probably thinking the same thing. How can I say to this person without them looking at me like, for seeing me for who I am instead of seeing me with a flak jacket on or a gun
Right.
or whatever it is.
Right.
So,
Hey Al.
like I said, every veteran. Oh,
Al.
yes.
Excuse me. Hi.
Wait, what's going on?
We have
She's
a
got-
question for you.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Do you have a map of your destination or destinations for your next little trip?
No, I don't, because this thing, like I said, is to find myself. But first stop. Actually, my first stop is I called it my second home, and it's in San Antonio, Texas, and that's going to be my first stop. Yeah. Why?
That's where she's at.
Oh, really?
Hello. Obviously, we're gonna have to meet up.
We're going to be best friends.
Oh my
boy.
God!
Does he want to learn how to play clarinet?
No.
Hell yeah!
Actually, I didn't want to say this. I did play.
I'll
I did
spit
play
all
the
over your
saxophone.
reed.
I really did.
It's getting good now.
In high school, I really did, man. I sucked at it, but I played it.
Oh my God. Al, we can spit all over each other's reeds. It's going to be good.
Okay, that's it.
Listen, I'm gonna say this real quick.
I gotta change my pants.
This dude told me to come on the radio. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta fucking be, I gotta like talk, all nice and everything. And then 5 minutes into it, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a piece of cake.
Yeah, that's right.
Now you're half hour, 40 minutes into it, talking about spitting on each other's reeds.
Oh boy. Well, hey, so here's the answer. Al's goal is to go across the country and find himself and find other veterans. My goal is to get Al organized.
Okay.
So I know exactly where he is.
Organized,
so
man.
we can get some footage back of him talking with some veterans, so we can get some feedback, and I'll put it onto the website, and we have a lot of things to accomplish, which he knows. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the. So I'm not. I've always said this. I'm not good with business, but I am. But what I lack in business, I make up for in passion and determination. And I can't stress this enough. This really is my passion, and I mean that. My buddy that passed away, his name was David Taylor, Major David Taylor. I feel like. So that day, I died that day. Literally, figuratively speaking, whatever you want to call it. I died that day. I'm not supposed to be here. The reason I'm here is because that man sacrificed himself, and I feel like every day for me, and I mean that, is a gift for me. So when I set out to do this, I was comfortable with either failing or succeeding. I really am, because just waking up every day, and I know this might sound cheesy or whatever, but I mean it. Just waking up. Just waking up every day for me is a gift, and I'm comfortable with that. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that I'm not human, and I don't. I hate using the word struggle, but I don't have nightmares from time to time. I don't have different things. So I do, and so I think for this is good for me the next year. And maybe I'm still trying to convince myself by repeating it, but
could be.
Yeah. No, but I'm pretty convinced. Like I said, I sold most of my stuff, and
we're happy with our goal and Al's journey, and I hopefully will be able to meet him at different places and have music events at those places. And we've got a number of things we want to do. Is it scheduled out right now? No, but it will be, and we'll love to keep in contact with you guys and let you know what we're doing.
Please, especially anytime you guys come down here to Texas, I would absolutely love to meet up with you guys.
Yeah, I mean it. My first stop really is San Antonio.
Yeah.
There you go.
Texas, yeah. There's a lot of. I met one of my good buddy up there. He's a Marine veteran. His name is Eric, and he works at the Fisher House, actually. It's
okay.
I don't know if you guys. I'm sorry.
I said, oh, okay. I know all about the Fisher House.
Yeah. So he's a great guy, and I mean that guy is he's like my brother from another mother.
Can I put a sticker on your leg?
I'm sorry, you broke up there.
Can I put a sticker on your leg?
Oh, you could put whatever I don't care, man. Yeah, you can put a sticker. You can put silly strings. I mean, I've been called a I don't know, what are those things? The Decepticon? A Transformer. A Transformer before. Right. Yeah, true story. I was walking in the grocery store wearing shorts. This was long before I decided not to wear shorts anymore.
Oh, no.
This little guy comes up and he goes, "Mommy, look, a Transformer." And he got slapped. So I said, "Oh, no, man, I'm not going to wear shorts." Yeah.
Fucking parents.
But yeah, no, man, I don't care.
Sounds like a bitch. I would have started laughing like, hell yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ask him to transform.
I know. I hate. Why don't people just ask questions? I hate when somebody just looks and thinks, or when somebody thinks like I'm like deaf or stupid. It's like, are you okay? I'm fine. Like,
Well-
I'm missing my leg, not my mind.
We don't know. All right, maybe it got affected. We don't know how far the metal goes up. All right.
Yeah. Right up his ass.
Yeah, right.
Well, again, that's this understanding that needs to happen between the veteran and the civilian, the non-veteran.
Yeah.
That really has to happen. And I've seen veterans, do sports and whatever else. And I think it's fantastic when I see a veteran going above and beyond what most people will do with some type of whatever handicap, I guess.
I wouldn't call it. I've said this before. I said, I might be a veteran, a man, a person, whatever you want to call it. Living with a disability, but I'm not a disabled person.
Right.
And I think I could do everything that I used to do. Obviously, maybe some things a little slower, but am I fully into terms with that? Like, have I come to terms? I don't think I have. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I will come to terms with it after this year. But I don't know. I'm excited. I really am. I really am excited. Yeah. I do want to say that I forgot to say this. I think a lot of people here, that when they start organizations or anything like that, I think they're, and I'm not speaking for everybody out there. I mean, they're wonderful veterans organizations that are out there, and wonderful people that don't have organizations that do wonderful things for veterans.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of people, I've said this, if you try to help veterans, or if you're in the business of helping veterans, then you should not do that, because for me, I don't look at this as me being in a business to help veterans out. I look at this as just me helping a veteran out. Like, this is not my business. This is just a platform for me to reach to veterans to help them out. That's,
understood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pookie,
Hello.
did the
Hey.
did the bobcat eat you? Hello?
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. I'm sitting here. I was staring at it for a good minute, but no.
Do you have any more questions for Al or Vinny?
No, you guys like beat that nail into the damn 2x4, so it's good.
Our discussions get pretty intense sometimes. And you know what I like about Al is I disagree with him on a lot of stuff, and but we both have sort of the same goals. So we come up with new ideas. I bend a bit, he bends a bit, and we get better ideas from that. And it just seems to me that there's a need. And to go above and beyond, I should point this out. Not just combat veterans, but veterans who have served in any capacity. My goal is to reach out to them. There was a veteran who was part of the music program for a long time. He's been sick. He hasn't been part of the group for a while, but he sort of apologetically said to me that he never left the States. And I said, well, what did you do? He says, well, I taught hand-to-hand combat. And I said, Jesus, I didn't say this to him, but I thought to myself, how many lives did that guy save? So, there's this balance of it doesn't matter if combat or if non-combat, I'm sure everyone has more or less to deal with from that, but it's a matter of whether you serve the damn country or not. If you serve, then you should be treated like somebody who served and gave their time and their energy and their life, whether it's 1 year, 5 years, 20 years, or the ultimate sacrifice. You're part of the gang and need to be treated that way. And I'm preaching to the choir. Sorry.
Choo choo.
Right? Choo choo,
Erie
motherfuckers.
is on the Rust Belt. 160 trains come through Erie every day.
That was a random fucking fact right there.
No, it's true.
I know, but this guy just he just said choo choo.
He brought it up, or else I wouldn't even have said it. Right, Pooh?
Make another noise, man. Let's see what kind of fact's gonna come out of it.
I'm a musician, man.
I
Noises
mean,
are
I know how to make a sound of a peacock. Does that count?
Sure.
Yeah,
Do you know
sure.
any like random peacock facts?
Yeah.
You have to say, could you pick another animal but a peacock?
Dude, you gotta get your head out of the gutter, man.
She started it.
No, she didn't.
Yes, it is with the wet reed. She started it.
Just
man,
because,
Let's
just
have
because it
Thanks.
says cock.
Did you start it or what? That's up, girl.
Do what?
She did start it.
I didn't
She
start
did start.
shit.
Thanks, Book. Thanks, Book.
All I said was that I used to play the clarinet, and I was talking about sucking on the reed.
Here she goes again.
Wait, hold on. You would think like a 33-year-old would laugh at that instead of like a 50 or 60-year-old. Okay.
Yeah, no. See, if anyone's mind's in the gutter, it's y'all's. Mm-mm-mm.
I'm just sitting here quiet. I
Yeah,
don't even know what
that's
you
right.
guys are talking about.
He's sweating.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sweating. I'll turn the camera on right now. I don't care.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce. That's right. She is hot sauce.
Oh my god, you guys, I had such a good time. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Well,
Thank you so much for
really.
having us. Yeah.
Really, we really appreciate it.
Of
We
course.
appreciate the conversation. We appreciate the ability, the opportunity to speak with everyone out and about beyond our
Course.
regional location. So thank
Of
you.
course, you're so very, very welcome. So one last time, just for everyone out there, if we want to get more information about Music for Veterans, where do we go?
You can find us at musicforveterans.org, and that's MUSIC, the number 4, veterans, plural.org. You also can find us on Facebook at Music for Veterans, and we're on Twitter as well. In fact, we're tied with you guys on Twitter, and we'll get together with you on Facebook as well.
Yep.
If anyone has any questions about music or whatever, please contact us. We'd love to talk with you. Setvet?
If you guys want to find Setvet, it's cetvet.org, or on the Facebook page, it's CETVET. I think there's a dash in there somewhere, but if somebody taps CETVET, it'll pop up.
Yep.
And then they can. There's a phone number on there. They can fill out any applications on the website if they need any assistance or anything like that. Go check it out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having us.
Of course. All right, you guys, we are going to go on a quick musical break. All right, speaking of music, we're going to go on a musical break. And
Beautiful.
when we come back, right, and one of the songs is from my little brother, so enjoy that.
right.
And when we come back, it'll be the third and final hour of Friday Night Freedom. So everyone sit tight. Shots. Oh, wait. Oh, almost fucked that up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Let me see you shake them titties, pop that pussy, doodle brand.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Fucking answer your phone, AK. God damn it, answer your phone.
I heard somebody talking about anal sex on the radio, so I figured I'd give my story. Give me a call back. Alright, bye. Hello. I don't know what you're trying to do with all these British accents, but I'd really like it if you could call me back so I could read something for you. Bollocks. I just bent my head with my, rolled marijuana. Stupid strawberries and crumpets. I don't like it. Have a good day.
Hey, baby, you gave me your number in the fucking bar. This is fucking Lewis. How you doing? Don't know why you ran off in such a rush. Yeah. I know you're digging my vibe, baby. Just give me a call back. You know the number.
Go fuck yourself, Bobby.
Hey, just wanted to talk about your guys' radio show and how awesome it is and the other guys sucked. Anyway, yeah, make America great again.
I don't know how to use this. Oh, velvet ears.
Put the monkey down. Oh, God. Never mind.
Hey, brother, we need to get your show nationwide on this Sirius radio or satellite or something. Kind of hard to watch it when it comes on this damn little cell phone. Let's see what we can do to get you nationwide. Love to see you. Love to hear you. Continue on.
You guys need more fucking lines if they're all busy.
What the fuck?
Get some more. Let me shit in your mouth.
Noon. Gotta get it together, I gotta stay in tune. Same time's against me, but I hate to rush. Gotta keep it between the lines until I hit the dust. I gotta buy some time. The key to freedom lies across the state line. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again. Bloodshot eyes. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the roads we know. Just like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere. Like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Gotta catch them all.
Hello. Welcome back. The third and final hour of Friday Night Freedom. I'm your host, Minx. Down there's Pookie. He survived.
Hey, girl, hey.
Right? He survived being mauled by a wild pussy.
It was not that extreme.
You say that, but apparently this thing was like stalking him. This chick went like DEFCON 5 stalker on his ass, like through the woods, creeping up on him during that whole interview.
Yeah, like the first thing I saw was the glowing eyes, and I was like, "Oh shit, what is that?"
Fuck.
Normally it's just a possum, you know. I'm like, okay, but then I saw it, I was like, "That's a fucking bobcat."
That's not a possum. So he had a DEFCON 5. So what can we say? Pookie attracts the pussy.
I can't help it.
It's a pussy magnet. Yeah. It's like that, what is it? That truck from Kill Bill.
Oh yeah, the Hummer.
Yeah. I guess. I don't fucking know.
It's like a yellow Hummer.
Yeah.
Like that's like my one big plot hole in that whole movie. Bitch is in goddamn coma for like 4 years, and then she gets up and drives the truck away. But whatever.
Right. Weird. All right. So I'm in kind of a small dilemma. In that I got a piece of mail that is not addressed to anybody in this household.
Does it have white powder in it?
I'm not sure. I have not opened it yet, but I'm so tempted to. And I haven't opened it yet because I know better, because I know that it is a crime to open mail that is not yours.
Just write RTS real big on Sharpie on it and put it back in the mailbox.
It's from a California prison.
Quite interesting.
And I want to open it so badly. Just because I want to see what kind of raunchy shit's in there.
Do you have one of those like teapots?
Yeah, I do actually.
Blast it with some steam, and you can like. No, I can't tell this on air right now. Never mind.
Boogie, you're like, get with me offline.
Yeah.
No, seriously though, like it's from right. Ooh, good point, Ross. It's only illegal if you get caught. But no, seriously, like it's from a prisoner in California, and like I saw that and I was like, oh, interest peaked, because I was like, at first I was like, wrong address, right? And I'm like, damn it. And normally I catch it at the mailbox, and it's like, damn it, right? It got all the way back to my house. Fuck. And then I was like, all right, who's it from? And then I was like, California State Corrections. So oh?
Hello?
Yeah, go on. The prisoner number, and I was like, oh! And it's just sitting there in my kitchen, being like,
you know what you should do? The legal method to this would be to write a letter to that inmate number and be like, do I have permission to open this shit?
Right.
Be like, hey, how you doing? I'm so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And just like...
Right? Oh, good point, Cos. But then when they get paroled, they have my address. So no, thank you.
P.O. Box. You don't have a P.O. Box?
No.
You are failing.
I don't want to dish out money for a mailbox when I have a house.
always keep a P.O. box. Always.
Why?
For shit like that.
Oh. No, I do not want someone to pursue me from prison. I have standards. They're like, they're questionable standards, but they're higher than prison. Like, there's prison, and then there's like my standards.
But didn't you post a picture like a while back, like about this like super sexy inmate dude that everyone was talking about?
That was not me. No, definitely not me.
I don't know. He was like some like super sexy, like blue-eyed guy that everyone was freaking out about.
Oh, I do know who you're talking about, though. He was nice to look at, but again, he's got a record. I'm gonna have to do a hard pass on that one. Like, sorry.
But what if it was just mail fraud?
You mean like opening someone's letter that was not addressed to them? Shit. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I do, don't get me wrong, I do like a bad boy. But, like, not like a bad boy, Like, there's bad, but then there's, like, you fucking win stupid, like, play stupid games, win stupid prizes bad. So I need a good mixture. So again, I need like a bad boy. What is it? I need I saw something. I saw a meme the other day, and it was like, I need to find a guy who knows how to choke me right. Wait, I mean treat me right. No, I don't. No, I don't. And I was like, oh, it's me! Why is it so hard to find a guy who can just choke you right? I mean, treat you right. No, I don't. No.
It's all about the amount of pressure you apply.
Right? Yes. No, it is, though. No, I fully agree.
You can't have the hate choke and the love choke. You can't mix the two together.
Right? You gotta make sure they're separate.
Yeah, because if you mix the hate choke and the love choke together, things get bad.
Well, I mean, obviously, you can't have the love choke when you're having like hate, angry makeup, like I fucking hate you sex.
The best sex.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, to where you're like, if we don't have sex right now, I'm probably gonna kill you. Yeah. Like, that type.
Oh.
You lost me. Perhaps a night. What? No. But yeah, fucking what was I saying? I don't fucking remember. So apparently, do you know who Laura Ingraham is from Fox News?
The blonde chick?
I don't know.
I mean, they're all blonde, but I mean, I was just guessing.
I mean, probably. Well, apparently, she has something to say to LeBron James.
That's the thing.
So, Fox's Laura Ingraham declared, why do they have to call him King James? Why? Anyway, she declared that LeBron James should, quote, shut up and dribble after the Cavaliers superstar said President Trump doesn't give a fuck about American people. The conservative host of the Ingram Angle also insulted James for leaving high school a year early to enter the NBA. LeBron's R-rated take on Trump was barely intelligible, not to mention ungrammatical. Ungrammatical. There we go.
Okay.
The populist commenter was referring to James's and Kevin Durant's newest uninterrupted video with Kari Champion, in which the two NBA stars and ESPN anchor agree that Trump's comments are often laughable and scary. Said Ingram, quote, "I'm numb to this commentary. Must they run their mouths like that? Unfortunately, a lot of kids and some adults take these ignorant comments seriously. Look, there might be a cautionary lesson in LeBron for kids. This is what happens when you attempt to leave high school a year early to join the NBA, and it's always unwise to seek political advice from someone who gets paid $100 million a year to bounce a ball. Oh, LeBron and Kevin, you're great players, but no one voted for you. Millions elected Trump to be their choice. So keep the political commentary to yourself. Or as someone once said, shut up and dribble."
I mean, I would have loved to get out of high school or just drop out of high school and make a couple $1 million a year, but
Right.
not everyone gets that opportunity. So what else?
Right? It's weird. No, I mean, I completely agree with her. You are a sports monkey. Do your sports. Stay out of politics. If I wanted to pay to hear about your politics, I would do that. But I don't. I don't even pay to watch your fucking sports. I fucking hate basketball. I can't fucking stand it. Ugh. It's the worst.
I'm in the same boat, and the only thing that irritates the shit out of me, like seeing it on TV, is hearing the sneakers squeak on the ground because I don't like that squeaky noise. So I'm just like,
Fucking, oh god, it's the worst. It's the worst time of year right now. It's after football season, and it's before baseball season. And all we're stuck with is motherfucking basketball. And that's fucking it.
I mean, you could like tune in to some cricket.
I mean, I guess. I understand cricket is the number one sport in the world. I get that. That being said, I don't understand it at all. It's kind of like baseball in a way, I guess. But not really. Their bat is weird. They don't really have, they kind of have bases, but then at the same time, they have two poles that they also run in between. So cricket's fucking weird. Right? There is always hockey. If you can do random times. That is also true. There's also soccer, but again, random times. Oh, speaking of, apparently I'm now so one of my neighbors is a huge he's a soccer fan, and he's asking me, he's like, oh, who's your team? And I was like, I don't have one, except for every 4 years when the World Cup starts going, and then I root for Team USA, except for this go around because we got fucking eliminated in a qualifying round, which has never happened, but whatever. And so now I'm like, so I don't even have a team right now for soccer. And he's like, well, you're an Oregon Timberwolves fan now. I was like, okay. So now I have to buy a jersey. Because I'm a fan now. I don't know. I have to start cheering for them. All right. Bye, Amanda. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. It was nice having you here. Thanks for chilling with us. Freaking. Oh, the cat's freaking the fuck out.
It's hearing my voice.
It probably is. This thing is psycho, though. You don't want this one. No, like I'm telling you, you don't want it.
But crazy is fun sometimes.
I know, but not this one. But yeah, no. And then, March Madness is going to start soon.
Don't go to a bar. I used to love going to bars, but in March I would stay the hell away from bars because March Madness.
Right? I don't care. I just don't care enough. Like, I can do basketball live. Basketball over TV might as well be golf for me. That's how bored I get.
Oh, I like golf if I'm playing
Golf
it.
is not a sport.
Nor is chess, but chess is in the Summer Olympics, isn't it?
No.
I thought it was.
It better not be. No. No. It better not fucking be. Ugh. No. Ugh, fucking. No, oh my god, no. Don't, no. It better not fucking be in there. Now I need, oh, god damn it. Now I have to look it up.
Chess is a big thing.
Chess is, I mean, yeah, I guess. Are you alright, Chloe? The Rottie's going.
Hairball.
No, Chloe's the Rottweiler. She's just kind of going, walking around right now and looked like she was about to squat. No! I'm the only one here. All the roommates are gone.
Don't shit on the floor.
Right, yeah. I might have to beat you. Ugh, okay, so let's see. Search the web. Is chess in... Oh, it's the first thing that comes up. Men's free skate. Yes, honey, we know. Ah, no, they applied for an inclusion. So they're not.
I have no idea what that means.
It's technically not. Wait. No. No, it's not. They've applied to have chess be part of the Olympics, but it's not technically part. But however, chess and bridge have applied to be among chess and bridge are among 26 sports that have applied for inclusion in the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. The additional event program panel will determine a short list to be announced on June 22nd, with the final decision made by the IOC in August next year. How are they going to turn bridge into a sport? What?
Bridge blows my mind, but I understand like chess is like a brain sport.
I like bridge. I know how to play bridge. My grandpa taught me.
I still don't understand it. They used to watch the old ladies play it, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, my grandpa taught me. He was like, sit down, you're going to learn. Okay. And then I forgot.
That's like that stupid game Parcheesi that everyone plays and I'm so confused about.
Parcheesi?
Parcheesi, whatever you call it.
Ugh, I want to know. Okay, now I want to know what other sports are. What sports have applied for the 2020
I wonder if there's water sports involved.
I forgot. Sports for... All right. 26 sports apply for inclusion. The fuck? All right. I've not heard of some of these. Hold on. All right. Air sports, which I don't really know what that means. Is that like... What the fuck is air sports?
Is it like airsoft?
Dude, I don't know.
No idea then. I mean, airsoft and like paintball would be like a legit kind of sport to have. That'd be pretty cool to watch.
So the full list of applicants. So air sports, American football, baseball, softball, which that's already in the Olympics, I thought. Bowls, bowling, bridge, chess, dance sport. That's fucking that's dance sport. That's fucking pole. That's fucking pole dancing.
Stripper dance.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Floorball, flying disc, karate. The fuck is korfball?
Korfball.
Korfball.
Sounds like some shit you'd see out of like a Star Trek movie or something like that.
Right? God, now I have so many questions right now. All right,
Like,
hold on.
I'm going korf your ball.
Right, yeah. What is korfball now? I have questions. If my internet would, not be super slow. Hey. All right, now you want to fucking work? Fuck you. Korfball. Korfball. What the fuck is korfball?
Bing bang boom. I don't know.
Right, we're
it's
not
either like
sure.
what do they call it? Ratchet ball or whatever it is.
League.
What?
Korfball is a ball sport with similarities to netball and basketball. It is played by 2 teams of 8 players with 4 females and 4 males in each team with 8 females in each team. The objective is to throw a ball through a bottomless basket that is mounted on a 3.5 meter high pole.
Hold on, say that again really slow because that sounded kind of.
Didn't it sound kind of dirty?
Yeah, it did. It said bottomless. I caught bottomless hole. I caught 3-meter pool.
Oh my
what
god.
was the other one?
No, cause if Quidditch was in the fucking Olympics, I would be in the goddamn Olympics. Let's not get this shit twisted. All right, korfball is a ball sport with similarities to netball, which is also has applied to be included in the Olympics. And basketball. It is played by 2 teams of 8 players. Excuse you, Chloe. With 4 females and 4 males in each team, with a total of 8 females in each team. The objective is to throw a ball through a bottomless basket that is mounted on a 3.5 meter high pole. So it's like it's like basketball, but instead of there being a net, it's just a ring of plastic. I don't fucking know. It's weird.
So what you're saying is it's just a massive orgy, pretty much at that point.
I guess. Orienteering. What?
Yeah, that should be a legitimate summer sport.
What is orienteering?
It's land nav.
Is it? Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking awesome at that. Hell yeah, sign me up for that. I'm fucking awesome. I may have been medcom my entire fucking career in the Army, but god damn it, I kicked ass at land nav and map reading. Watch me. I'll fucking land nav circles around all you bitches. Motherfuckers. In fact, if I like when I was in when I worked in my orderly room, like I was in charge of setting up the boards, right? I was tasked with always setting up like, the mystery event. I always fucking did map reading because nobody could fucking do it. I stumped everyone. No one. I stumped the NCOs. No one could fucking pass my fucking map reading. For 2 fucking years, no one passed it.
It blows my mind that people can't read a map and you're in the military.
God. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And it was like, some of it was fucking simple. It was like, hey, what is the major terrain feature of this grid square? Like that's how fucking dumbed down I had to. That's how dumbed down I had to get the questions. It was, what is the major terrain feature for this 4-digit grid square? Or no.
Just a 4-digit.
No, sorry, it was a 2. Like, go here and like meet them.
Interesting.
Right? If you like just this huge square, what is the big thing in there? Right? And, it's a fucking hill. Or hey, look at that, it's a fucking lake. I don't know. Looks like a valley to me.
Was it a shallow valley or a deep valley?
It was a fucking valley. It was a hidden valley.
Oh, those hidden valleys are awesome.
You know, or it would be a fucking ridge.
Tell me more about this ridge.
Oh, I'll tell you. Many mountains. But all right. So they want to bring back polo, racquetball, roller sports. So like roller derby, maybe.
That'd be cool.
Right? I'd watch that. Sport climbing, that would be fun. Squash.
Oh, yeah, what is squash? I hear it all the time. I never know. I have no idea what it is.
Hold on. We'll get back to that.
Just in the back of my brain, I picture like a chick with a big booty like squashing squashes with her butt.
Right, we don't know. But they want to bring back sumo. Surfing.
Sumo wrestling is legit.
Right, sumo's legit. Surfing. They want to bring tug of war to the Olympics.
That's cool.
Then it just says underwater. Water ski and wakeboard. And wushu. Wushu. There we go. What is squash?
Yeah.
SQU. Squash. Sport. It's a ball. Squash is a ball sport played by 2 or 4 players in a 4-walled court with a small hollow rubber ball. The players must alternate in striking the ball with their racket and hit the ball on the pliable surfaces or playable, either one of the 4 walls of the court. So it's like racquetball then?
So it's like 4-man racquetball.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
It's like racquetball. Interesting. All right. What is wushu? Wushu. It's martial arts. Wushu is a martial art and a full contact sport. It was developed in China after 1949 in an effort to standardize the practice of traditional Chinese martial arts, although attempts to structure the various decentralized martial arts traditions date back earlier when the Gushu Institute, was established in Nanking in 1928. Dude, I fucking read the fuck out of those words. Just just saying.
So it's pretty much karate then.
Kind of, but with weapons. It looks
Oh.
like it shows a lot of spears. Yeah, mostly spears. But yeah, different.
That's interesting.
Right. So what is another one? What is bowls? What the fuck is bowls sports? Oh. Bowls, or lawn bowls, if you will, is a sport in which the objective is to roll biased balls so that they stop close to a smaller ball called a jack or kitty. It is played on a bowling green, which may be flat or convex or uneven. It is normally played outdoors, and the outdoor surface is either natural grass, artificial turf, there we go, or cotula. Interesting. So it's like what's the word? It's like bocce ball.
Yeah.
Okay. But why is it called bowls? That's weird. Dance sport.
I still crack up when they try to get that in the Summer Olympics.
All right, so it can either be like competitive ballroom dancing, or it's pole dancing.
So they would add like a twerking section to that, probably.
We don't know.
That's just too much booty bouncing around for me.
I don't know. What does underwater mean though?
I guess like any. So I mean, they have like underwater diving sports. I guess like was it scuba diving, like breath holding and shit like that.
God,
I don't know. All I can picture is like, you know, them stupid coins you get for the swimming pool, and you drop them down at the bottom of the swimming pool, and you like dive down and try and grab them all at one go.
Weird though. Chloe, stop snoring. They're gonna be able to hear you if you keep that up. This dog snores so fucking loudly. Like, if I let her keep going, you'll eventually hear her.
That was like my last dog. Me and him would have snoring contests.
No. Like Oh, hello, Joe. You saw my video. Not much. You missed a hell of an interview. So just saying. Shit, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the VA guy being fired. Or sorry.
Well, he didn't fire, resigned.
I mean, you know, tomato, a dildo, whatever.
I mean, he deserved to get fired, but whatever.
You know. Is anybody else giggling at the water sports thing? Right? Ooh! Cause that actually brings up a very good point. All right, so this comes back to my whole like kink thing that I was talking about earlier, is because like water sports, right, in the kink community, that means a completely different thing than like what normal people think, right? When you think water sports, so in the kink community, water sports means like urinating on people. I read a lot. Now, me personally, I'm not into that at all. Like,
Yeah, save your pee for the toilet, please.
Yes, like I just no. Although I will say, I did pee on my ex-husband. What? It was only once, and I was hammered drunk. Like I like was almost not able to stand up, hammered drunk. Shut up, John. I do read. Well, anyway, I read, but then I also read a lot. Shut up. No, I was like, he had to help me stand up, and so like I was after a night of us dancing at the country bar, and so like, you know, we got back home, and you know, obviously like we're all sweaty, so I was like, all right, gotta shower, but I'm fucked up, right? So I can hardly stand, let alone walk, let alone take a shower. So bless his heart. This is before we got married, by the way. He still married me. Obviously, it didn't work out. We're getting divorced, but you know, whatever. So he's helping me in the shower, and apparently, I just start laughing, and he's like, "What's so funny?" And I was like, "Don't worry, you'll find out soon." And he looks down and he's like, what the? He's like, "Are you peeing on me?" And apparently I just lost my shit. And I started dying laughing. I was like, "Yes! You're welcome." I was like, I peed on you, you're mine. Whoops. Jack Daniels.
Accidents happening.
Jack Daniels is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it'll do it to you.
Right? Exactly, Joe. You're mine now. Yeah, no, he still married me a couple years after that. So, oh well.
I can honestly say I've never been peed on before.
First time for everything. But Charlie Murphy.
Fuck your couch.
Fuck your couch. Oh, we can't say that last part. It's frowned upon. One, Mixer would have a shit fit if we said it, and two, I am the wrong complexion to say I can't do it. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm not going to pee on Pookie. That would require, like, unless if you've got stung by a jellyfish, I'll pee on you then. But, like, just normally, like, I'm not going to pee on anybody.
Did someone literally say you're going to pee on me?
Yeah.
I take offense to this shit.
John Owl did.
There is no peeing on me, period.
You say that now.
No. No amount of Jack Daniels will allow anyone to pee on me.
Joe, it's frowned upon.
He said frowned upon?
Yeah. Oh my god. No, okay. We gotta get through this like last kind of serious article, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Or do we though? Do we have to?
I mean,
I don't think so. So, Pookie, what's the weirdest shit you've done?
I don't know. I'd have to like think on that for a good like 30 minutes.
30
I've done some really weird shit.
God damn, was a horse involved?
No.
That long pause before you responded does not instill a lot of confidence.
No, there's no bestiality involved in anything.
Okay, that's good. I don't know if I could do that. No, in fact, I know for sure I can't.
That's a good thing.
No, that's definitely a hard no. Hard pass for me. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'll probably, like, you know, like, I think if I were to ever, like, stumble upon it, like, if I were to go to Tijuana and, like, stumbled upon, like, a donkey show, I'd be like, the fuck's going on in there? And, like, it would be like a scene out of, like, Clerks, right? Where you're like, I can't, it's, like, I'm disgusted, but I can't really turn away. Like, what the fuck? You know, and, like... But would I be involved? No. No.
I don't know. I think the strangest thing I've seen was just like a kind of like a strip show, kind of like you said, the donkey show or whatever it is. And this is down in Mexico, but it was like you set a roll of quarters up. The girl would like take the roll of quarters, and you could say how much change you want. She could spit it out. It's just weird.
Like out of her badge or her ass?
Vag, not ass shit, but badge.
Oh. Well, that's talented.
You can say $1.75 and $1.75 is flying out.
Would she give the rest of it back?
No. There's just quarters on the floor. I'm not picking that shit up.
But that's money. Like, give me my money back, bitch.
I guess it was like pseudo tips. You put the quarters down, and she could pick them up and then spit them back at you.
Like, was it like she could almost like suction cut them like up into her fucking. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Like hella Kegel control, like to the extreme.
Well, no, not only that, but then like being able to just, you know, pick up a coin off of a flat surface. Like, good God, imagine what she could do to a dick.
I don't even want to try and picture that.
Oh my God, no. Like, she wouldn't even have to move. Like, honestly, all she would really have to do is just squeeze her muscles and, like, you'd be able to get off. True story.
Well, normal people would be able to.
Normal people? Are you saying you're not normal? Or
No. I did not imply that.
Right? Fucking shot. And that's the thing dreams are made of. Oh my God, guys. In the effort to be more inclusive, the Olympic Committee is considering adding donkey shows to the Summer Olympics. Oh my God. No.
I mean, I know there's some chicks rolling around out here that brag about how big they can take it. So, I mean, there you go.
Ew, so does that mean they're taking like donkey and horse?
I mean, we could probably work up the elephant at some point.
Like at some point, that animal is just gonna thrust too hard and like it's just gonna rupture internal organs and then y'all are gonna end up on my fucking OR table trying to be like I fell down and I landed on a horse's dick. I don't know what happened. Like that's what's gonna happen, you know? And it's just, are you sure? Dolphin. What? Dolphin?
Dude, do you know like dolphins have like what do they call it? Ambidextrix, multidestrix, like destrix. I don't know what the term is, proper medical term, but they're like penis is like a finger. Yeah, they can like bend it any way they want to.
Yeah. Do you know that dolphins are also one of the few species to have sex just for fun?
Yes, I knew that too.
Mm-hmm. So we're not alone. That's something.
They are notorious rapists too, but whatever.
They are. They really are. So we're not. So we're really not the only species who likes to, do that. Anyways, so like, and that's something like I don't really fully understand about, like, okay, so or prehensile, right? Is that it? Right? Not ambidextrous. Not.
I don't know what I can't think of the term off the top of my head.
I think. Meh. Fuck it. So I've got a question. So it's quite obvious, right? Especially now that I've become a pseudo adult, if you will. I understand I'm in my 30s. Technically, yes. Am I legally an adult? Yeah, legally, yes, I am. But let's not, like, shout it out, right? Otherwise people will expect it. So, growing up, right, it was always taught to me, like, especially, like, growing up, I went, like, went to church every Sunday, like, sex is evil. If it's so fucking evil, like, why is it such a basic human need?
It's like programmed biologically into
right?
us.
So why is it fucking, why did the church go and have to turn it into a bad thing?
Well, I mean, if you look at it, it was kind of like the early forms of like STD control and birth control, I guess.
Or just control, period.
I mean, control is control, and some people like to be in control of things, and some people don't. But I mean, but whatever.
Exactly, Joe. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. Let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Getting freaky now.
Do 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 do.
Oh my God. All right, you guys. So it's that time. So.
Is it?
It is. It is that time.
Okay.
So we have a show 6 nights a week. Obviously, tonight is Friday Night Freedom with myself. Minx down there is a sweet picture of Pookie. We can't see his lovely face live because he lives out in the fucking boonies. Out in the middle of, wait for it. Hold on. Got the perfect. This, Pookie, you can't hear it, but everyone else can. This is the soundtrack of where Pookie lives. That's where Pookie lives, out in the fucking boonies.
Was it crickets?
No, it was dueling banjos. So,
it's a life choice.
I mean, that's what you want to call it. I like to have interwebs. So, tomorrow is Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy and Pookie. Sunday is Green Room with our local stoners, Jason and Charlie. Monday is the Monday edition with Ice and Flash. Tuesday is Tied Up Tuesday with myself, Minx, and Gray Cloud. Wednesday, we don't have a show. Thursday is Sergeant's Time with Ice, Mike Golf, and Doc Madness. So our next guest is next Friday, and it is Scott Morrison from Operation Supply Drop. After that is next Saturday, and that is Gina Ruggiero from Creative Drill Sergeants. And then Tuesday, February 27th, we have Tony from Service Women's Action Network, also known as SWAN. So that is a list of our upcoming guests. That's a list of our fucking shows. We normally do have shows on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons from 12 to 1400 Eastern time. However, Jose's Taco Truck is currently out for repairs, so those shows are not going to be on right now. But all of our evening shows start at 2000 Eastern Time and go until whatever 3 hours is after that. I don't know. I'm not Eastern Time. I'm Central. So, yeah. I don't know.
11.
Dude, I don't fucking know, all right?
Cartman!
That's me, right there. I'm Cartman!
Cartman!
Me.
Yeah.
Nah. All right, you guys. I had such a good time hanging out with you tonight. I hope you did as well. Squeal like a pig. No. Oh my god. Oh my god, Pookie.
Well, that's what I think a pig sounds like when you kill it, or whatever.
Do that again.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I didn't mean to kill you all.
That's amazing. Oh, what about the minx mating call? All right, huh? Right? Is that it? Yeah, that was it. Oh my god. I hope you guys had a great night. I know I did. So I will see you guys on Tuesday. Make sure you guys are here tomorrow for Saturday Night Savagery. So we will see you, tomorrow. So.
Bullshit.
Inside of all the guilt you try to hide, and I no longer have the will to try. All these promises were lies, and I will never give into all the shit that life has put on you. The past will stay where it will die and bring an end into this goddamn life. Giving up on you, but never giving up on me. The flies eat away at every day that's lost and left to rot away. And your trails of pending emptiness. Your feelings for me will digress, and I will never give into all the shit that life has put on you. The past will stay where it will die and bring an end into this goddamn life. I've already given up on you, but never give